Alright, folks, welcome to Tabletop Gaming. We're back with some more D&D, and I'm assuming timey-wimey time skip shenanigans are afoot this week?
No,
Okay.
kind of, maybe,
Okay.
somewhere in between. We'll see how things go.
Well, we just returned to the town after getting frisked by guards on the waterways,
We
and
lost the Thunderstone and almost lost Sapakaze.
our
Almost.
eyebrows are raised as to why security got way tighter, and we're in the process of maybe figuring that out now.
Yes, inquiring Gunthorpe. And Thorg.
Yes, you got frisked by these guys.
Yeah.
But you got into town. They took some of your stuff.
Kyan can walk on
Thunderstone.
water?
No, it doesn't matter. You're not actually here. We've patched this bit. This is just a reminder of the frisking.
We're on dry
boatsman-
land. We're on dry land.
The boatsman walked away from the boat. We thought it was his boat, but it wasn't his boat.
We didn't see him do that. He did that after we
No.
were all gone.
And
No,
Danny,
he did. One person saw him do that. Now I'm gonna open this other sheet so I can remember who it was.
Yeah, just
It
keep
was
in
Mouse.
mind, if your character didn't see it, you don't know about it.
I don't know if it was a passive or what not, but it was brought up, and I think Cayenne made the
I
pass.
thought it was Mouse.
Okay.
No, it was Otto and Cayenne.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
it
you
had-
both have the same passive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But what you do with this information is entirely up to you.
Honestly,
and Danny gave us reward.
Otto's one of those kinds of guys who's like not questions that kind of thing. He just looks at it, he's like, oh well, I mean, maybe he went off to do something. Like, I probably he probably wouldn't put two together that it might not have been his boat. Let's just say that.
Cayenne put together immediately that it wasn't his boat.
So,
And Danny gave us a reward. 100
Okay.
gold each.
yes, you
Everyone
you
probably
get given a pouch each. Each person has 100 gold in the pouch when they decide to look at it.
I think we all looked into it and we all promptly panicked. I remember Zoe going, you did give us the right amount, right?
So it is. Remember where it was time wise. It is late afternoon. You are on a random canal in the town where you happen to have stopped, and you're heading back to wherever it is you would like to
Back
go.
to the guild house.
I said I was going to head off. I forget why though.
Didn't you want to go
Herbalist.
see if the herbalist was?
Yeah, I think
in
that was
town?
it, but there was something else. I can't remember
No,
what.
it was the horse,
it was
the horse.
herbalist.
Oh, the horse.
yeah.
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 Right, so the group of you head out to start figuring your way back through town to where the guild is, and Otto is going to stretch his legs on a bit of a detour to the other side of town.
Head on to the other side.
So,
Me and Mouse
Uh,
wanted to go to the building next to the church to register our place of residence. And I wanted to go see the dwarfs for the smith work.
For the rapier.
no, this is
What's tomorrow?
this is a little bit in the future.
Yeah.
I was asking
Okay.
for preparation purposes before. So for now, you guys are heading back to the guild. Otto, if you want to check for this thing, you can. Did you go run? You've been there before, so
Yeah, I've been there before.
so we'll say it takes you a little time to kind of figure your bearings to where exactly you've arrived in town.
Yeah, the trip is probably going to be shorter, but not by much because it's only my second time going.
Well, you're closer to where it is as you arrive in the northwest of town where you dropped off. So you kind of like make your way towards like the northern wall and follow that around,
Mm-hmm.
and you get to your into the building that you were looking for, and the building is sitting there, and in the window it says closed. How to annoy Otto.
Wait, the stables are closed?
No,
Not the stables. He can go to get to the stables. He can basically walk pretty much past this place he wants to go to.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Oh,
make
the herbalist.
a slight attempt to get in touch, I guess.
Well, do you want to make a perception check as you kind of like look through the window to see if there's any signs of life?
Damn it, I don't have my sheet open. I wasn't expecting to be the first person to do things.
You can
Just
click
click
on
a
your
token.
icon. Click
Ah.
a token.
Ah,
Click your token and then click the button in the top left.
this is easier. Eh.
It's easy.
Trust me, it's not. Okay,
Oh my goodness.
What
So-
did I roll? Oh, nice.
so you notice the sign in the window saying closed, but you kind of like you walk up and you kind of peer into the like dull interior. You can make out you can make out the general surroundings. It looks like someone has been there recently.
All right. Is
Like
there?
it doesn't look like it's been abandoned. It looks like there's some like a couple of plates and things on the table that look like they may have like been like eaten off of recently. There's still got a couple of like leftovers on there.
All right. I knock firmly.
You're gonna knock the door. Okay.
Yeah, I knock firmly and I call out in a fairly loud voice. Hello, anybody home?
There is no response.
I look for a side door.
A side door?
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
He's thinking of
indeed.
breaking in.
No.
High, low, good.
Low.
Okay. It is low. There is a side door to this building.
I walk over to the side door, knock loudly, and say, "Hello, is anybody here?"
There is no answer from the door, but you notice someone standing looking at like just off to the side in the corner of your eye. You kind of see that someone seems to be like watching you. Just a random person.
Hello, do you know about the proprietor of this establishment? No?
No.
Oh, I was trying to look to see if I could meet the owner of this shop and maybe do some trading with him.
Well, if you're not getting an answer, maybe they're not there.
Uh,
You try it during a business hours?
Isn't it
Their
just
business hours?
Yeah, isn't it afternoon right now?
It's late afternoon. It's just a random person on the street you're talking to.
Well,
It's like-
I'm assuming since he lives in the area, he might know. So I take it you don't know this area. I apologize for asking then. I assumed since you were in the area, you knew your way around here.
I know my way, but I don't live here.
Alright, fair enough. Alright,
I
well,
have to.
I guess I haven't really found anything, so,
The person kind of just awkwardly continues on their way.
This giant furbolg man.
that last part I didn't say out loud. I'm saying it out of
No,
Not in
it's not
character.
in response to that. It's in response to randomly being questioned by a random person shouting at the door.
Whatever, he was looking at me.
You're making a loud noise.
Whatever. He's looking at me. I was going to inquire about a random passerby anyway. That actually was going to be the case. Considering a random passerby did not help, what are the neighboring buildings and are they open?
The neighboring buildings just seem to be like a
Residential?
bunch of yeah, just kind of like houses and things. There's nothing really like. This is kind of like away from the rest of where most of the shopping and what activity goes,
Alright,
as it's on the northern edge, like near the northern side of the northern wall.
let me see here. Trying to remember what all I have on me. I know it doesn't say anything in my inventory, but would it be reasonable to say I have paper and a pencil or writing utensil?
Well, I think you have a writing utensil.
The
Or
ones I
something.
got from the carnival I gave to Zoho.
Oh, let me just have a quick look at your sheet then.
I have scissors, but that's not helpful.
Let's have a look. You have a scroll case. You might have yeah, I'll say you've got a bit of paper and something to write within there.
Fair enough. I'm going to scrawl a little message and leave it by the front door. See if he doesn't notice it and maybe contacts me or something. I think the message will be something like, hello, I've tried twice now to meet with you. I am a prospective buyer, trader, seller of herbs and alchemical ingredients as well, and would like to trade with you. Please leave a message on this note. Like to the effect. I don't know how to word letters very well. It's been a while for me. Something to the effect of if you can get in touch with me, blah blah blah. I live in such and such a place. If you can't reach me there,
Inquire for Autumn Tangleroot.
no, yeah, but I was gonna say if you can't get in touch with me there, leave a message by the stables where I can get the message, because there's no like mailbox
Okay,
at the
so
guild.
you wanna leave a general please try to contact me.
Yeah, please try and
if you get this.
contact me. If
How
you
are
can't,
you leaving? How are you leaving it? Are you
so I'm going to pin the paper. I'm gonna wedge it between the doorway so that it stays like visible, and if he opens it from the inside, it'll fall at his feet.
So like just fold it up and wedge it in the crack of the door.
Actually, I was thinking maybe open, but I don't know. Maybe somebody might take it off. I don't know.
Or slide it under the door.
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll slide it underneath the door, see what happens.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I leave forwarding address to the guild, and I easily assume that's not going to be easily reached, so I leave the secondary address as the stables where we keep our horse. Hopefully they might hang on to notes. I'm going to be going there next anyways and letting them know in advance.
Okay, we'll quickly hop on over to the stables then.
Yep.
Continuing with you. It takes you a little bit of time to walk across town. You've literally got to walk across the entirety of town.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
And you head to the stables, and in the little like building room to the side, it's like you see the same gentleman you recall from your first day arriving here.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks, so I'm refresh his memory. Hello, I left a horse with you in horse stable number 22. I'd like to refresh the cost of staying here, as my current accommodations don't allow for the horse to be kept there, and I'll need to continue to hold the horse here in the meantime. I
Renew the
assume I
policy.
have no outstanding balance.
Well, let me just look it up for you. It's like,
Yeah.
seems simple enough. You want to keep it here a bit longer? We'll gladly accept the coin. Let me just see. Uh, so you've been stabled here since the 9th.
Uh-oh.
1, 2, 3.
I'm not worried, Josh. We got 100 gold coins.
That's
Well,
fair.
You've gone over your first week. Good news is your horse is still here. We don't get rid of them that fast.
All right. Yeah, apologies I didn't come sooner. We were on a week-long trip, and we just arrived back in town.
I
Okay,
don't
so
need
two.
a full explanation. I just need the coin.
No
Now let's
problem, no
figure out-
problem.
Do you know how long you plan on being here, or?
I'd imagine I'm going to cover for about a month for now, and we'll play it by ear for now.
Okie dokie then. Let me just quickly work this out for you.
Just takes out an abacus and
Yep.
does maths.
I mean, I don't have calculators.
Hey, an abacus is faster than any any modern day calculator.
If you know how to
for no
use it,
reason.
yes.
Yeah. It's kind of dumb. I've actually seen someone who's proficient in its use.
Mhm.
It was a math teacher, and I watched him go, and I'm like, holy crap, I lost track of where he was. Oh,
You're just-
the first 10 seconds, I was able to keep up with what his calculations.
Where's my
After that, I was done. It's like, eh.
book? Let's have a look. See.
You have a book about this?
I have most of the books. There is a price that I know of in the book. I just need to refresh my memory on what that number was, so I can multiply it by the number I've got in front of me.
A book.
It's this handy thing called the Player's Handbook. Don't know if you heard about it.
Unlike
Quite
some
a
people,
useful
I
thing.
don't have lots of money.
You can get them on Humble Bundle for actually a steal for the digital copies. They've actually
Not
sold
this
quite a
one,
few
I don't
bundles.
think.
No, I've seen the Player's Handbook in Humble Bundle. Long time ago, but still. Lately I've been seeing monster manuals and different
Well, I
aspects
mean,
of the game.
D&D has become increasingly popular lately with everybody being stuck at home.
Yeah.
So as really everything that has to do with the internet.
Remote play.
Well, for the next month, including the time that you've missed so far, that will come to a grand total of 1 gold, 4 silver, and 5 copper. If you want an extra day, we can make it 1 gold and 5 silver if it's easier for you.
That would be acceptable. I do like rounding. Where's my money? There it
Very
is.
well. 1 gold, 5 silver. I'll make a note that it's paid up until the allotted time.
So, here you go.
Right.
Can I not edit this? It's not letting me edit. Oh, it's doing the laggy thing. There we go.
So you said 1 month?
I got it. That's a month and a day extra now.
Month and a day from where you are, which is from the 20. So it'll be the 21st, because all the months are nice, even same number of days for me.
I don't blame you. Even numbers good. All right, I believe that's everything. Oh, right, I forgot to mention. Are you able to take mail for me? My current residence has no mailbox or proper address.
This is a stable, mate, not a mail shop.
Are you able to at least hang on to something? Because I've been trying
Yeah.
to get in touch with a proprietor in the city, and I've had to leave a message because his shop has been closed every time I've visited.
It's unfortunate, but there's not much I can do.
Is there a place in the city that I can maybe have my mail forwarded to?
Could try one of the mail rooms.
Okay. In case I don't have it done in time, I did leave your address as a mail location. Hopefully it'll just be the one message. Is that acceptable for now? I will be trying to get that sorted in the morning.
No promises on that, mate.
As long as you're aware, I'm happy with that.
Okay, I'm aware.
Okay. And they head off back to the guild.
Okay. We shall jump over to the guild, but you won't be there yet. So, we shall arrive as the rest of the group travel through the town. You wind your way, you follow the canal paths, wind your way through through some alleys and whatnot until you find yourself on a slightly more familiar path, and from there you make your way back
Meow.
to the familiar place that you kind of call home now.
I really wish this map would center.
This outhouse, in particular. Welcome back to the guild.
Are we all here? Are we, the rest of us, here before him?
Of
Yes,
course you
everyone's
are.
here except for Otto right now.
I literally circled the entire city before I returned.
Yeah, he's gone for a long walk.
Hi, Gunthorpe.
Hmm.
Gunforb's in his usual place behind the counter. He's like, "Ah, you're back.
Yes.
Was it successful or?"
Zoho takes out the pouch of 100 gold he got from Danny. I'd say very successful given the sizable reward our client gave us.
Yes.
It's very good. However, it does look like you're down one. You wasn't any accidents, was there?
He's going to go deal with the horse.
And to check on a personal matter, Gunthorpe, we ran into some guards on our way back into Carnell, and they were checking us for magical items. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Guards around this place. That sounds quite normal to me. Taking stuff. Didn't bring back anything dangerous, did you?
Zoho looks to the others.
Althem.
Dangerous, possibly in the wrong hands. Otherwise, no, because it wasn't doing what it did when we found it.
Interesting.
Zoho,
There is a bit of hustle and bustle. No idea why. But as
Hustle and
long as
bustle.
you. Yeah, hustle and bustle. Big town, lots of people. Things happen all the time.
Anything specific?
Oh, I wouldn't know that.
Hmm.
Did you find anything about The structure I detailed to you.
He kind of looks at you blankly, and then he suddenly realizes, oh, that was you.
It. Yes.
Oh, I went a bit crazy for a moment there.
No, the spell tells the person who it is.
I know. I realized I wasn't crazy. Just didn't
Okay.
realize it was you. You look different.
I got a bit toasty.
Yes, turns out our sorceress has sensitive skin.
Meanwhile, I'm off behind you guys in the corner, just laughing.
Well, I tried to look into it. You wanted something to do with gates.
Yeah, she kept calling it that she was looking for a gate, and we just found a adamantine structure.
But not before fighting something akin to a wind elemental. She gave us quite the fight. Well, mostly me.
Sounds like a bit of a good of an adventure. That. Well, if you if you're looking for a gate, there are some blacksmiths on the other side of town. Um, they could probably make you one.
It, that's
Make a gate?
no, what she was looking for was magical in nature, and it was able to resonate with whatever or affinity we are to apparently some element.
Hmm.
Oh, she taught you some basics of the magic.
I guess like when she tried focusing her when our client tried focusing her energy, it started a downpour.
Yes.
Right.
Then when Rill tried, it started hailing, which told us her affinity was ice. Then I tried, and, well, very harsh winds. Apparently, I'm very much attuned to wind.
And if I tried, it probably would have exploded.
Yeah, so
Oh my.
the five of us, Cayenne's affinity seems to be a mess, putting it lightly.
Well, so if it's not a actual gate you want made, I'll have to look into it a bit more.
Hmm.
That's fine. I just want to see if you could have found anything with how limited I could have messaged you.
There is one.
You may have caught me at a inopportune moment.
Toilet.
How so?
That I will not oblige with. But now I have a bit more information. Might be able to do a bit better job.
One more thing, Gunthorpe.
Yes.
When we were conversing with the guards, they did not know anything about our guild and stated that we needed to register our place of residence with some building near the church if we want to continue staying here for the foreseeable future.
Well, I don't see it being too unusual. We are a small guild. Not really many people know who we are.
Hmm.
It would make sense that they don't know that we're here. In a sense, unlike some of the bigger guilds. What I'm guessing that sounds like it would be easy enough to sort out. Tell you what. And he pulls out he pulls out a quill and tears a page from his notebook. if you got to register where we are, I'll write down the details, and if you wouldn't mind in the next day or so, if you could oblige by taking it to the appropriate places.
Mm.
This
I
should
look
be
at
all the
Mouse.
information you need.
Sounds
I'll,
good. I was
and in
planning
the
on
mean-
doing that first thing tomorrow.
I was going with him.
Very well. Sounds like we have a plan, and I'll look into the more magical kinds of gate.
All right then.
Gunthorpe, out of curiosity, is there any work around the city that you might know of? In the meantime, until you have something more for us?
Like, for instance, any work with the guardsmen?
Not with the guardsmen, but I have got a couple of jobs I found. They're on the notice board.
Where is that on the map, by the way?
Oh, it's just kind of like pinned on the wall here.
Oh,
Or here. I can't remember where.
I thought it was here.
No,
I thought it was here.
That's
Or
a
are those
bench.
benches? Oh, that's a bench. That's a bench.
Oh, okay.
That's a bench. That's a door. These, I believe, are windows.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't really put I couldn't really put a notice board without making it look stupid.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, maybe put it.
It can be here or here.
Oh yeah,
Probably
no,
here
I-
by the door.
yeah, here
No,
by the door.
makes more sense.
Yeah.
I step up to it
Oh, the door makes
and
sense.
I start looking.
More specifically, it's this page.
Ah, you bastard.
Okay.
Probably
You
makes a
would-
bit more sense now, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
For a little bit of back.
Now- I am a dwarf, so I am short, and this is probably as high as I stand.
No, you
you're
can
fine.
you can see it. It's not to scale.
Okay. Well, I look at the board. What jobs are there?
Baker
Yeah.
want due to increase in demand, require help in keeping up with demand in my bakery. Contact
Uh-oh.
Anna. Short-term apprentice. Come see me at the blacksmith's. Oh, that could be something you could do, Thorin.
Can do that after we deal with the registration tomorrow, and perhaps I could even finish the blade I'm making from you from that appendage.
Yes, the barb. Forgren.
Mm.
Willing to pay hard workers to help get the harvest in. Speak with one of the farmers out west.
I look at Otto.
I'm
This
not
would
there
suit
yet.
you.
Otto's not there.
Oh.
Oh, that messed up the layering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I look around. Where's Otto? He would love the whole thing with the crops, as he might be able to find various herbs and, other medicines in the field.
All of
Didn't
the
we
dank
state he
herbs.
was going to the stables to inquire about the horse?
I
Yes,
go.
but he should be back shortly.
Hmm. Well,
I go-
we'll inquire. We'll inquire it with him. See if he accepts or not. That's up to him.
Hmm.
I go knock on Thorik's door.
You're going to knock on Fark's door.
Yes,
Why on earth would you do that?
because I have half a boar and I don't have any way to cook it.
That's a good point. Yeah, we do
Alright,
all.
Oh
so
have
we'll
yes,
not-
we still have the pieces from the boar, and Zoho just takes out the large leg from his pack.
I pull
Okay.
out the liver. I would
So-
like to give this to Thorik.
Didn't we all eat the liver, or
No, you ate the liver because the
Oh,
liver
no
probably
liver.
wouldn't keep long enough.
yeah?
Yeah, that's fair.
We kept the
Yeah.
limbs.
You have a lack of preservatives and whatnot.
Yes. We
So-
should take these to Thoric. Maybe I'll make a feast out of them.
So, Cayenne, you knock on the door and you hear some clattering, and it opens, and your giant dwarf stands in front of you.
Up.
And I've forgotten his voice.
Ah! I don't know his
Oh,
example.
you're back. We'll go with this one for now.
Yes, we're back, and I brought basically an entire half of a dire boar child. I think I have no idea. It was normal size, and then its mother was gigantic.
Zoho walks over or to stand next to Cayenne and shows Thoric one of the giant boar legs they had procured. We
Ah,
also
so
managed to hack off some of the limbs from the giant boar.
oh, looks like a tasty one. That I think I could do something with that. How about I get some dinner going?
Yep.
He has a big grin on his face,
Well,
and he
So
just
I-
sort of like takes the ball leg off of Zoho and just like swings it over his shoulder, like with one hand.
And
And then he looks at Kaihen and it's all like, "Give me a moment." He disappears. You hear a thud as he just sort of like, as the leg is just clearly just dropped onto a table, and then he
Yep.
comes back. It's like, "I'll take that for you," and he just sort of
And-
like grabs it like with both hands and just easily picks it up and just waddles back into and the door swings behind him.
Yep, he just gets an entire half of a boar, which is just the ribs and legs.
why am I just imagining a freaking tasty montage from Paper Mario where she's just like at the pan like dit, 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 dit.
I don't know.
Ah,
I've never
never
played
mind.
Paper
Yo,
Mario.
man.
It's just a cooking montage. Let's just say that.
Also from like the first and second game only. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Anyways, sorry to derail. Continue.
Right, so he disappears, and you hear a bit of clattering and whatnot, and you leave him to it. Basically, sounds like you might have dinner coming.
Nom.
Neat. I get the boar head from Zoho.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh
block.
no.
What?
I'm just
No.
chuckling at the poor head. It's like, uh-oh.
No, it's the smaller boar head. We didn't bring the bigger boar head.
It was too heavy. Too cumbersome.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a cart and stuff, you can't really bring back whole balls of that size and whatnot. So, you take a moment to kind of like head back and like unpack from your travels and rest a bit. Will is doing real things, I'm guessing.
She's just wandering.
I saw her wandering
Yeah.
around in the guild, but there was no words. So
What, me?
No, real.
no, real.
Zoho is just watching Real wander around and just wonders aloud. Wonder how good Real is at baking. I'm not sure.
I mean,
Bro,
you're a
That's a
monk. You should be
horrible
good.
idea.
You're probably good with your hands. And last time I checked, she said that he got raised out in the wild. So I highly doubt it.
By dragons.
By
Yes.
something.
No, she told me. She was raised by a dragon.
So as you're sitting and sorting yourselves out, the air is slowly filled with a nice smell of roasting meat,
And pork.
pork, bacon,
So tasty.
ham.
Is this like epic mealtime all of a sudden?
As you can,
Sauce balls.
Freaking pork like wrapped in bacon wrap.
it's bacon wrapped in bacon
Yep.
with more bacon. And as the smell of Farg's cooking seems to be like drifting out from his room, making you feel really hungry. Let's see. Let's randomize to see what happens first. The food get done or Otto gets back?
How we randomize?
Roll a dice.
Someone
Or
say
flip a
high,
coin.
high, low, good.
Low.
Hi.
Hi?
Well, that's 2 for high, 1 for low. Was Otto the low?
Oh, I didn't say anything. Low.
2 for high, 2 for low.
Who's the tiebreaker?
Which way is it gonna go?
Real.
Saka. Ow!
Okay.
That was just so
With that adorable voice, all I'm I didn't hear low. All I just imagined was Poyo.
Oh no.
Okay.
You've been playing too much Kirby.
Yeah, I have been playing.
So-
Kirby.
Right. So unfortunately, Otto gets back before the food's done.
Unfortunately,
Unseen by everyone. When I did that, I actually raised my hands up and had a grin.
Yeah.
Poyo.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can
For
imagine.
them, it's unfortunate because they don't get first. They might not get first dibs, and they got to share with more people. It's like it's good food.
Soho doesn't mind.
So, Otto, you manage to make your way back to the guild. As you enter, you quickly notice the smell filling the room.
Of pork.
Ah, you gave them the legs and the pork, did you?
You have the other
Yes.
leg.
Yes, and
Yes, we gave him Zoho's leg and the entire half I had.
I'll give him my leg when he comes out to serve.
Oh yes, Otto. There are some new jobs up on the bulletin board. We saw one that we thought you might be interested in.
Oh? I take a glance at the board.
The one regarding to help getting the harvest in.
Oh. Yes, I'm sure I could help with that one.
Hmm.
No luck at the herbalist, sadly. But I did top off our payment for the horse. Apparently we were 1 week behind. No worries. Nothing happened to the horse yet. We're good for another month now, though.
Hmm. We will need to make that a regular thing then if we're to stay here
Mm-hmm.
long term.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing though is we really need to have our mail sorted. We don't really have a mailbox for this place.
Me and Zoho are dealing with this. Or sorry, Zoho and I are dealing with this tomorrow.
Yes, when we go
This
to register
being-
our address. When we go to
Ah.
register our place of residence with the city of Carnell.
I am not building a mailbox.
I don't think anyone asked you to do so, Cayenne.
I mean, if anybody's capable of doing it, it would probably be Thorin.
Then again, a mailbox in front of an outhouse.
I mean, it's better
Doesn't
than
that-
not having a mailbox at all.
I think that would look as suspicious.
I mean, we just stick.
Maybe
just
put
stick-
the mailbox inside the outhouse?
That would look even
How would that
weirder.
work?
I don't know. I mean, how are
Gunther-
you going to explain that the outhouse is an address?
Gunthorpe, how do you get these jobs?
Oh, I just picked them up from the local taverns.
Ah,
That would explain it.
They've always got things up in there.
Hmm. Well, they are
good to
taverns.
get- It's good to start with some simple stuff.
Hmm.
That, and sometimes I run into some interesting folk, like I did with that Danny person.
Who
If you're
gave
there
us...
at the right, if you're at the right place at the right time, you can get some really good ones going.
And she did give us a very sizable reward.
Oh yeah, speaking of the reward, were we supposed to give you a portion of that as a fee for being the guild leader?
No. She paid up front.
Ah, okay, yes.
I ensured her you would be the best possible service she could have.
And judging from the reward she gave us, we did not disappoint. Even so, we mustn't rest on our laurels.
No.
So
Or
think,
if you wouldn't rest on our haunches, as I slightly swing the leg around.
Yes, quite.
I pull out my
just grimacing. Yes, quite.
I pull
I
out
shake my head.
Hmm.
Even dwarfs aren't
hang on,
nearly
let
this
Kyan
bad.
talk.
I pull out my diary and pens. And take down a note. If I get a certain spell, hit him first.
That only leaves the Baker wanted job.
So as you're there discussing the jobs on the board, you hear like the door opens, and the smell hits you even stronger. Everyone here has played Monster Hunter, right?
Yes, that's why I said so tasty
No.
earlier.
So
Yeah.
tasty.
He basically comes out of the door with 2 huge frigging platters of frigging like food, mainly focusing on this. He has cooked basically the entirety of what you've given him, which is far too much food for everybody. With a bunch of
Well,
seasoning and some things on the side to help it go down.
I mean, considering
And he basically just puts it out on the
Can we
closest
move
table.
back to the other map to get an idea of
Yeah.
what's going on?
I can do. Yep.
Ah, just the person I wanted to see. Here's another leg for later.
He comes out and he basically just comes and plonks it on this table.
I sit across from Cayenne and start and grab a piece and start eating.
Oh, it's such a shame. I could have cooked that too.
Oh, sorry I
So
wasn't
I'll
here.
take that from you.
Sorry I wasn't here sooner.
And he does the same thing as he did to everyone else, and he just grabs the leg, swings it over his shoulder, and he
I could just picture
walks
him
back
using
into
it
his
as a.
kitchen with it.
I'm just
I can
imagining
just picture him using it
Flintstones.
as a club.
And then shortly after, he comes back out and he plonks himself at the table next to his giant platter, and he starts taking what he like, setting himself up for his with food with everybody.
I kind of I kind of thought we were gonna get the long table because that smaller table seems too small for more than 4.
You don't have to eat at this table. This is just where he plonks the food down.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. It's like a serving table.
So, let's make it a little quicker and say, like, you eat your fill until all of you are full.
Till all of you are glutted.
And you're all well fed and whatnot. And
Oh, does he offer any of the mead this time?
What?
the mead?
sleeping mead
The
juice.
yeah.
Juice.
Oh, there are drink. He does bring drinks out with him. It's a different drink to last time.
Ooh. I down my mug and I ask for another politely.
Okay.
He. Okay, so as you ask for another, it's like, there's plenty more where I came from. And he heads back into the kitchen and he comes out with a handful of mugs and a keg over his shoulder.
Oh no.
He's gonna drink you under the table, dude!
I'm a dwarf. That's really hard.
So
to
is
do.
he!
Oh yeah.
That's a
And
He's
he's
a
taller
7-foot
than you!
dwarf.
It's a 7-foot tall dwarf, and he's the 3-time reigning champion on the food eating contest.
He's gonna drink you under the table, boy!
He plonks down the keg on the table next to the what's left of the platter. Reaches in his pocket and pulls out a tap, and reaches into his belt from behind, gets himself a hammer,
Jeez.
lines it up, whack, straight in. Little hiss just as it's broken in that split moment of there being a small air gap. Have as many as you like, or until it's dry.
Jeez.
Neat.
I raised my tabard, my tankard. Well, thank you, Thoric.
I peer at both dwarves and I'm like, it'll probably be the latter.
I propose a toast to a successful first adventure.
Here, here.
Here.
Okay.
Everyone like
Okay.
joys and jolly. This is a nice mead,
Oh,
nice
no.
and sweet. A honey mead.
Oh.
Honey mead.
So who all gets drunk from this?
Actually, honey
don't know.
meads are sweet. I don't think they were strong, right? Like they're strong, but not like bad for not dwarves strong.
This is the stronger variety. It's
Oh shit! No.
It's
question.
too late. You all
Question.
toasted means you had some.
Yeah, it's not fine.
Who had any drink with this meal?
Me.
I'm assuming
Everybody.
everybody
Like-
had a drink because this is all he basically put out. Is like the meal, and then like the first like this was what he put out for the drinks,
I
and then
don't
he just got
care.
the rest of the keg when asked.
Let's go.
Well, I start going drink for drink with Thoric.
I'm not gonna do that, but I am gonna have a
Okay, here we go. Okay, so
drink. Faye actually has a tankard.
okay. Right, so anyone having more than one?
No.
We'll start off with that.
Well, obviously, if I'm going drink for drink with Thoric, so
I'm just having a drink
Uh,
with my meal, that's it.
Cayenne will have like 3, but not that quickly.
It's okay. I just want to know the quantity.
1.
So Karen's
Mouse.
gone 3.
Yeah.
Mouse. How many mouse?
So how many drinks are you having with your meal?
1.
1. Okay.
Now we
Real?
have to ask.
Yeah, not getting drunk.
Hold on. I actually want to know, will Kayate
Real?
have any of this?
40!
That's the follow-up question.
Oh no.
Oh, good lord.
How many?
Booze.
How do you have more than one drink with
'Cause
this
I-
meal?
Yes.
Everyone gets the mead.
Everyone has at least one.
AKA, how sloshed do you want to get?
3.
Oh shit.
3. Okay. How many does Kaite drink?
Oh
Because I'm
no.
assuming you give Kaite some.
Oh no.
And I'm also picturing while everyone's doing this, Kaite just kind of like grabs a chunk of
Oh,
meat and just like
no.
drags it off for herself.
Oh no.
Just
Oh,
laughs
boy.
at the
Right.
mug.
1.5.
Kaite is currently small. Oh boy.
Oh no, Durgan's gonna
Okay.
get sloshed.
Tiny Durgan.
Right, so I'll do Farin last because he wants to start the dwarven contest. So we'll go with Cayenne first.
I have to. I'm a,
For a
I'm
con save.
dwarf.
God damn it! I'm washing this damn thing. Actually, son of a stacking. What am I doing?
Just a
Con
con save.
21.
You're okay. You
Okay.
can handle it today. Zoho had 1. Rill. A Constitution save.
Oh no.
15.
Rill is a little drunk,
Oh. Okay.
not full on drunk. Just a little over the tipsy side.
Oh no.
Kaite.
Oh no.
Kaite is sloshed. Her tiny stature it has a huge difference on her alcohol intake.
Oh no! She can't handle the drink.
She likes to drink very much because of how sweet it tastes. It's not very good for her.
Oh no, what type of drunk is she though?
I'm
Zoho
sure we're about to
just-
find out.
So I was like, oh no, she's bouncing off the walls.
Apparently a hyperactive drunk.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm Nang. Very energetic.
I'm expecting a Neum.
Or a limb.
Oh jeez.
Ah! Zoho jumped away. Ah!
Oh,
Kaite!
God, that's a thing, isn't it?
In before blip.
Please don't.
Limb. Okay. is
you just have
confirmed.
to.
Kaite
you just
can
have
get
this.
sloshed.
And now I
You
have
just
a
have
Kaite
this
on my head.
awkward feeling of Kaite's tongue. Like it's not smooth. It's like it's just like it feels like sandpaper up your leg.
Zoho's like, okay, that's a thing.
Right. Foreign. We're just gonna do con saves until
Until one of you keels over.
your dwarf thing.
Hang-
Your dwarf
Do I have an
resistance kick.
advantage
Yeah,
here?
you have advantage for the dwarf because it's that it. Yeah,
You skipped
That's
over
the-
me. Does that mean we just automatically pass?
you said you only had one, so
Yeah.
you're fine.
Okay, alright.
Hey! I passed on the first try.
No.
Okay, dokie. Let me just establish this medium creature.
By the way,
We'll start with round 3 because that's where everyone else had what everyone else had.
out of curiosity, how many till it's dry?
We'll find out.
As many as it needs to be.
Now to find out whether my macro change worked. It did! Okay. So, you're quite happy at first. You notice the other people seem to be getting, like, as they're starting to... You notice they're starting to, like, slur their speech a little bit.
Cayenne is trying to sneak one.
That's okay. Cayenne just ends up rolling another saving throw.
After
And so
all
do
this,
Okay. Onwards. Onwards and upwards. Let's see what happens. Shoot. Oh, shit. I think I might have flubbed.
You're a dwarf, you have resistances.
Did
This
you roll
early
with
on
command?
might
Yeah,
not
you did.
actually affect.
I might have survived, and if I did, only barely.
That
Well,
doesn't look like it was rolled at advantage to me.
When you
Does
mouse over, it does.
Oh, does it? Okay. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's just missing the little dot thing because it's from my macro.
I see.
I'm not that skilled with the macro yet.
Yeah, I see it's 2d20 plus 4. I'm assuming the plus
so-
4 is the advantage.
I need Cayenne to roll one as well because you took a 4th.
yeah, one moment.
Wait, Kaya and Drake, how many?
4.
Oh, gosh.
They took a 4th.
Oh, 21.
Holy crap,
Okay,
Cayenne
wow.
is really holding it down.
Cayenne is fine after the 4th. Weird. So, you did flub it, Foreign, but you flub it on. You flub it on 7.
Oh, jeez.
So you get 7 drinks in. And then there's just a sudden, like... there's no tipsy side to this. It's just, I'm
About
good,
just-
I'm good, I'm good.
And
I think I drank too much.
Yeah, he's laughing
Ouch.
and laughing, stops, and then just falls off the stool.
yeah, I was about to say he just keels over.
Zoho.
Thorak
leans
is
over.
current.
Yep, he's out.
Thorak doesn't seem to be getting affected by this at all.
Not even surprised.
Holy shit! I rolled the same number 4 times in a row.
Oh,
What?
I'm not saying a number. I'm just finding it hilarious that I rolled the same dice roll 4 times in a row.
so
That's not
Thorig
right.
is consistent.
Yes, apparently.
Eh,
Um,
Zoho
Fuck,
has another
yeah.
drink.
he
Sorry.
seems to be quite bemused by people starting to lose themselves a little bit. With your speech is a bit slurred. It's like Kaite is just going completely batshit crazy wherever she's gone. Apparently
Just
on the counter. You took a second one, didn't you, Zoho?
Yes.
No, you're still good.
Okay.
I'm seeing
can feel it
everybody
in
just
your-
taking extra
it-
cups, and I'm just like, I feel
It's
left.
making you feel a little nice and warm in your tummy.
I'm looking at everybody taking extra cups, and I'm like, fine. I'll take another.
Second one.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay.
You also feel the nice warm filling of the tummy.
Hmm. Second one's better.
Fine, you can decide how you fuck up once you realize you've gone far too much.
This honey meat is like a nice pat on the head, whereas with the dwarven ale, it was more like a punch in the gut.
Ah, I feel the warm and fuzzies, just like my transformations.
I start joking around with Zoho as I continue drinking until finally I start kind of getting a little weird and quiet, and then I just kind of keel over backwards with
No,
my
no.
chair.
I got one better. Zoho
Right, so-
notices he's gotten quiet, pokes his shoulder, and then Thorin just tumbles off.
Alright, so Foreign's now sleeping in the middle of the guild floor for the night.
I have fallen over face first onto the ground.
How?
Someone, because Zoho poked me off the stool.
Yeah, but how do you twist around? Whatever.
Zoho, and Otto, you're not like the people who are fine. You notice that Gunthorpe just seems to be sitting in the corner giggling to himself.
You having a giggle, mate?
He doesn't have a clue what's going on. It's just
He's
it's
just-
like he's telling jokes to himself in his own head and laughing at them.
No.
No one else knows what the hell he's laughing at though.
Zoho looks to Thorik. What's up with Gunthorpe? He's giggling to himself.
It's fine. He's just bad with his drink.
Oh, he's drunk.
Little people have it a little harder.
Yeah, I
Haven't
feel
got
bad
so much
for
room
them.
to fill.
Given we have a very hyperactive, drunk, tiny lizard running about the guild hall, I can attest to that. Speaking of, where did Coyote go? Looks around and sees Coyote just nestled in this potted plant and then just breaks off towards the fireplace.
Just imagining it nomming the plant now. Nyom.
And now it's on a table. Oh, there she is.
Nyom.
So you guys kind of like finish off your evening with your joyous celebration of your first like official mission and whatnot. until it gets late into the night and you kind of like retire to your rooms.
Mm.
You leave Thorin in the middle of the guild hall. No one seems to be too bothered about him just sleeping there.
He's a dwarf.
Yeah, he's probably comfortable sleeping on rocks.
It's a safe place. It's not a random tavern somewhere. He'll be fine.
Yes.
Hey, I'm not lifting a drunk, so yeah, you can stay there. It's fine.
Wait, what?
Wait a minute.
Wait, what? What was that?
Why was there 2 Cayennes?
Because the old icon's still here.
Okay.
Alright.
Just drags Thorin under the table.
I drunkenly kick your hand off my
You're
ankle.
unconscious.
Yeah, you stated that you just flat out fall asleep there. So yes, you are
You're
unconscious.
out cold. Alright.
So, as I said, you enjoy the rest of your celebratory night, and when you see fit, you head to bed,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll head on into the next day.
Long rest!
Yay.
So,
What's that? Long rest.
uh,
Long rest.
let's see. I know Otto gets up early,
Uh,
but
Yeah.
Pressing long rest, but my HP is not changing.
Thorin, high, low, good.
Low.
Okay. You are still asleep in the middle, under the table when when everyone else wakes up.
Do I click my long rest here?
Yes.
Yeah, click your long rest just in case it hasn't been done.
Oh, good lord.
But if it's like I don't think anyone used anything, so you should be good.
This just gets better and better.
Hey, you're the one who tried to drink the bigger dwarf under the table.
Cause I had to try.
Which is why he's under the table.
Also, Cayenne is going to be in trouble when I wake up.
We
Why?
don't know who did it.
Yeah, you don't know who did it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't know.
but I'll be asking Gunthorpe and Thoric right away.
Well, Thorik
I'm-
would have gone to bed, headed off from the room before Kyan did anything.
And snitches
Um,
get stitches.
Gunthorpe Gunthorpe, who fucking knows with Gunthorpe?
I
He's been
imagine
he was giggling to himself for hours.
Yeah, I
in the
think he
corner.
was. I think he was out. Like the lights were on, but nobody was home at the time.
So
I imagine with Thorin, he wakes up and hits his head on the table.
I don't know. He's short. He might actually clear it.
Eh,
So you all kind of get up at your own paces the following day
Mm-hmm.
to find Thorin still under the table.
Has he been sleeping there all night?
I have no idea.
Yep.
Okay. Who wants to wake him up?
Not it.
Not it. Zoho slowly looks at Cayenne.
No one has to wake him up.
I don't think he's being giving a choice.
Prestidigitation.
I swear, Faye.
Oh, he's gonna give you an odd odor.
No, no, I'm giving him the smell of a forge.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah.
Do I react to Kayate?
So Thorin, you feel like you're having a nice dream. You can smell a forge. Feels like home. But there's this annoying thing that's bothering you and you can't quite figure it out. It's like sharp needles keep pricking you in the hand.
Oh, I
Pricking
thought
your fingers.
I thought Kaite was like toothless, where it's just gumming at his fingers or something.
I think it's
Toothless
more like
has
a beak.
teeth.
He has retractable teeth.
Meh.
And you wake up and you find Kaite attached to your hand, just
Nipping at your fingers. Nip, 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 nip.
nipping you.
I'm gonna pull
Unfortunately-
the. I wake up and all of a sudden shake my hand when I realize something's like grabbing onto it. Like one of those cartoon characters, like, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go.
And I just am. Oh, goodness.
And then I realize it's Kayate and I just stare.
Just lock eyes with this tiny Durgan.
Urgh. Slap.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Blep.
As I am still half with it from the booze.
Prolonged eye contact. What?
I stroke the top of Kayate's head because I am now like kind of awake and not really aware. It's like, half with it, kind of just petting Kayate.
Then you
Leap out the door and slap.
Then you stare at the ceiling. It lies you closer.
Zoho kneels down to look at Thorin under the table. Had a nice sleep, Thorin.
I'm startled. I look at Zoho and then I look up at the. Oh, I'm under the table.
I'm just laughing at them while I'm taking stock of all the
Yes.
crap that we collected over the travel.
I gently get up and I keep stroking Kayate without disturbing the tiny Durg because I don't want to make the Durgan unhappy or angry at me.
Oh,
Rumble,
shit.
rumble,
No.
rumble, rumble.
I start stroking
It's
a little
toasty.
quicker. I start stroking a little quicker.
It's fine. A little heat never hurt a dwarf.
Yes, but I don't want her to ember in my arms.
I'll be thankful that she didn't try to ember your feet like last night.
I chuckle. I was still aware for that one, so I do remember it. It's
Yeah, so we're doing quite well against Thoric, up to about, what
The
was it,
seventh?
7 drinks? Then you got very quiet. I poked you. And you fell onto the floor out cold.
And rolled under the table.
I look at
Yes.
Cayenne suspiciously when Cayenne says this.
Yes, rolled under the table. That is exactly what you did in your drunken
Oh,
stupor.
shit.
You rolled under the table.
So, yeah.
I
just
look at Zoho, I look back at Cayenne. I continue to stroke Kayate.
Josh, you can't just assume that you don't believe him. You actually have to roll for it.
Well,
No, it depends on interpretation. I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Cayenne
And,
failed his deception roll.
Her.
Unless they're
Her.
like deliberately going out the way to completely bullshit. That is like
Okay, fair enough.
like
Kaite
obvious
from-
bullshit.
Cayenne tried to
Kai-
completely bullshit.
Kayate rumbles louder.
Hmm, I think someone's also hungry.
Oh, in which
looked
case you
at-
fucking it's like if you're doing it in such a way that it's kind of really obvious, then I'll have Farin roll against your deception.
Well,
Which
she's
will be
trying to be
insight.
What do I have to roll?
she's trying to be a shit, but she's trying to make it not noticeable. So
We'll see whether you're being a bit too obvious with your being a
yes.
shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Insight.
So normal.
Yeah, just regular normal insight.
Dice don't fail me now.
damn
They
it!
didn't.
It'd be funny if you failed that.
Farin gives you the eyes.
What? You got drunk under the table.
I raise a single eyebrow.
And they are thick. So, yeah.
Yuck.
And then I simply say, well, It's a good thing nothing happened, Cayenne.
Is that a threat?
Just be aware. Don't do anything dumb.
I wasn't. I was putting you in a safe place in case someone decided to run literally past you and accidentally trip over you.
Zoho face palms.
I love
Cayenne,
how
You just gave it away.
He already knows.
Eh.
I shrug. I continue stroking Kaite.
Oh, and this is out of character. Is the guildmaster here right now, or is he still like sleeping off that hangover?
No, these two are currently not in the room.
Okay.
Right.
I
Right.
wonder where Rill is. I'm sure Kayate would like to go back to her right now.
I am pretty sure Rill is still sleeping.
Oh,
Rill has
dear.
given herself a timeout in the corner.
Or very loudly and very hot.
Hey, Josh, your lap is getting very warm and very
Loud.
It's about time you take the laptop off your lap.
yeah.
I look at Kayate. Perhaps you would like some food, little dragon. Little dragon. Let's see if I can disturb our dear Thoric.
Did we establish it's a dragon yet?
No,
Oh,
I'm just
just
a
ignoring
liz-
the dragon part.
It's a winged
Because
lizard.
people keep making that mistake at this point, it's never gonna
I'm
stop.
saying that. I'm saying that because I got told not a lizard, and Rill got very upset. And the only thing that comes to mind is a dragon, because I'm a and I'm a dwarf, so I just stick with it. Also, she hasn't corrected me yet, so not on
Well-
calling Kaite a Durgan. Lizard, yes. Rill got very angry at Kaite being called the lizard.
Well, there's plenty of leftovers still around on the table when it
Right.
comes to food.
I reach for a piece of the meat. You hungry,
Uh,
Kaite?
Zoho also grabs some food for himself and walks over to a table and eats his breakfast.
You're not gonna stay with me and Kaite.
You have it under control.
Does Kaite take the meat? I'm waiting for an answer here. Uh-oh. Otto went over to the other table.
Yeah, because I'm sorting out all the crap that we got on the trip,
Noms, including hand.
and that table has all the food on it.
Check my hand to see if there's any blood. I'm assuming there is none.
And you still have your if you still have your fingers.
Oh shit!
Holy
Unfortunately-
crap! High roll, max damage.
Unfortunately, yes. You appear to be bleeding. You take 9 points of piercing damage. Holy shit.
Chomp.
That's a great start to the day to wake yourself up.
I just hearing a Homer Simpson-esque laugh.
I just No, I don't flip out. I just look at Kaite and I was just like, we need to work on your manners. But I can't be mad because you are hungry. And I was stupid. I proceed to grab one of the forks, spear another piece of meat, and hold the meat in front of Kaite on the fork. Hey, who changed? Oh. Say what? Did something happen with my health bubble?
Yeah, I'm fixing it. I noticed something went derp.
I don't think it updated my health after the last level up. Maybe it did.
What was your health after your level up?
Don't remember.
And half the fork. Oh, jeez.
Well, I pull the fork out of Kayate's mouth because I'm assuming it's metal, not wood. Oh. Oh gosh. I take that back. I let Kayate eat. Yeah, I let Kayate have the half of the fork. It's probably wood. Never mind. It's probably not metal. It's probably wood. Also,
nom, 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 nom.
Kai,
Yes.
Kayate bit half the fork out of my hand.
Zyka's wheezing.
Are you? Is this second bite on him or the fork?
The fork. Kayate bit the
Okay,
meat.
I'm
and
just
the
double checking
fork.
because if Kaite keeps going, Kaite's gonna kill Foreign.
No.
Okay, it's like no, it's like Kaite bites like a chunk off the end of the fork for and it starts like chewing on the freaking on the on the picture she got.
At least it's good roughage.
It's
It's
wood,
a,
so
it's a
it
chew
should
toy
be
now.
okay.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Bye, Kayate.
Right.
I say that, and then I look at the fork, and I'm just like, slowly put it back down on the table, reach and grab another one.
Better it than me.
Yeah, grab my food, join Zoho at his table.
Right.
He's just like,
Zoho notices his bleeding hand. Oh. What happened there?
Kayate.
Ah.
She also
What-
ate half the fork that I used afterwards.
She has some
Oof.
very strong chompers.
She is very hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Given that she drank 1.5 cups of meat and was bouncing off the walls like a hyperactive bunny, I would not be surprised for her to have some hunger cravings.
Makes me think of one of the mountain goats in the dwarven cities after they've had a keg of ale.
Fuck would you let
They
a
react the
goat
same
drink?
way.
More or less. I look at Cayenne. Well, I mean, we do have celebrations and we do drink quite prolifically when we have a celebration. So, why wouldn't there be kegs lying around that any of our livestock or other animals could get into? I must say, it's rather amusing to watch a rat dance around while drunk.
I don't
This
know.
is
I'd
why,
imagine a rat dying in the process.
This is why.
This is a very small animal.
I mean, not capable of drinking a lot of ale either, so.
Yeah, but even if they drunk their own, a limit to what they drink, it's not exactly safe for animals to drink that kind of stuff, anyways.
Right. Anyway,
Yeah.
so you guys continue like the boisterous morning following your celebratory night, and you kind of like
I
once you
bandaged my
settle,
finger.
yeah, bandage your finger or wrap your hand up, and you kind of like start like figuring out what your plans are for like the next day or two, like for the based on thingy. So this is not necessarily a time skip, but kind of a weird middle ground we're heading into. So based on what you guys said, we're going to do stuff. And
Okay.
based on the jobs available, which I'll put you back on that page so people can actually read them if they forgot. So, Zoho and Foreign wanted to go to the place for registering and whatnot.
I'm good.
With Gunthorpe's letter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them, considering they have the letter with the address. And I'm assuming the post office will be nearby, and we can use the letter to get the address down as well.
Yes, the post office.
There is such a place.
You did say there were multiple.
there is mail rooms.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
There are places in town where you can actually like for people to like set up to basically walk in and collect
Yeah.
if they're planning on staying for a while and things. Okay, so
I also want to stop by the stables in
So
case
the f-
there is a letter afterwards.
right, so guessing that's the first thing you guys want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Cayenne. What did you want to do first
Uh,
on your list of things?
on the list of things I sent you, or one of these?
Either. You can do the things on your own list, or you can do these. You can do some both. Where would you like to start, basically?
Side note:
Hmm?
Side note. Which
The
side
fifth.
note?
the 5th.
Uh,
The fifth? Wait, what?
Vagueness.
Um,
I,
Yeah.
I get what's going on, but
fifth on your list
No, from the 5th.
from the fifth.
Yeah, of this month. 2 days
Are we-
ago.
Are we talking in real time? The fifth month?
Yes, real time. The bag.
Oh, yeah, okay. You want to go? So you don't know what it is, but you can go like see if you can find it in a shop or something like a similar looking one.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
kind of thing. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
So you want to start with that, and then
Cayenne already has a feeling that it's magical because she kept pulling shit out of it, and the guards were like, "Huh, this is empty."
weird.
Yes.
Rill, what would Rill like to do on the first day? Did you actually think of a plan, or you want to do this job? Okie dokie.
She's going to a bakery.
Well, she's currently on the harvesting job, not the bakery job.
Oh, so who's taking the bakery job?
not
You
me.
don't have to take these. They're all optional. You don't have to do any of them if you don't want to. You can go do your own shit. So, we'll start with going with. I don't know. I'm gonna roll a dice.
Oh.
Just get someone to go high, low, good.
You're gonna start with Cayenne, apparently.
God damn it. Okay.
Okay.
So, Cayenne, you head out into town on a quest of your own.
A quest? We're already on a quest.
Or specifically, what seems to be a magical bag.
So,
Oh, you want the bag of many pockets.
Bag of holding.
no, they want to try and find out what the fuck Danny's bag was.
Oh.
So they're gonna. So you head out into town. You've been to the market street before.
Yep.
So you head over to the market street. It's like this is probably the best place to start looking for this kind of thing, and you start browsing, and you. How do I do this? Let's see. Let's just keep it simple. Let's keep it with the high-low goods.
Hi.
Okie dokie. So
Mm.
you're walking along like the canal street with all the markets, and you see there's a different bunch of boats selling wares off of them as you walk along, and you notice that one of the boats seems to have a pile of different containers, not crates, but bags like rucksacks, handbags, saddlebags.
Neat.
It seems to be sending bags of various varieties.
Well, I go take a gander.
And so you head over, and there's a lady sitting on the end of the boat, looking over all the things. Like, how can I help? I've got storage solutions for practically all everyone's needs today.
Uh, I've only seen this in passing, but describes what the bag
Danny's
looks.
by.
Yeah, describe Danny's bag and what she's done with it from what I've seen.
So you describe how like you met someone, like you're not specific with names or anything. It's like you were working with someone, and they had seemed to have this very useful bag that held a lot of stuff, but didn't appear to be so large that it could
Yep.
fit everything.
Yep.
And you describe it as like it's over the shoulder, like just a one shoulder bag. And she
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah, messenger bag.
this person kind of like the person on the boat seems to be following you, except for when you say seems to hold a lot more than it looks. She kind of like thinks about it. She like as you start describing it, she kind of like holds up like different bags of varying sizes and shapes, and it's like, well, over the shoulder bags we have some of these ones over here. These smaller ones I don't think will do the job for you. Um, I have this one. This is more for those who like to keep things separated inside. And she like opens it up, and you can see like there's different like slots. You know, like your work bags, which carry your like a laptop in a sleeve, and
A messenger
your
bag.
books and that kind of thing. Yeah,
That is called a
Uh,
messenger
it's like,
bag.
but I wouldn't know anything about holding more than the bag is capable.
Mm.
And she kind of like goes through like the different size, like amounts of size roughly of stuff you can get in there.
Yeah, speaking of which, bag of holdings, those are canon to your world, right? But they're really, really rare.
Yes,
Okay.
this is not a willy-nilly magic
Yeah.
all over the place in the sense of items. You have to like sometimes you have to go specifically hunt them down or like get really
But-
lucky.
Which
Fair
is
enough.
what my character's doing.
It's like this person on the boat after like you're sitting there for quite a while going through all these bags. There's nothing identical to Danny's,
Yeah.
but then every bag is probably slightly different in make and that. But it doesn't seem like anything here has magic attached to it.
Okay. Perchance, do you know if anyone along this route would have any knowledge about it? I'm kind of new to town.
Bags that hold more than appearing. I wouldn't really know myself. Everything around here changes quite regularly. I tend to travel up and down the rivers, and depending on how long it takes, depends on what days I appear. But I try to cycle through a lot. Fair few people that shop here as well. If you're looking for something that specific, though, you may want to try visiting a specific shop that isn't really on the move like us. I
Okay.
wouldn't know if there's a specific one in this town.
I'll find it. Thank you. I buy a bag.
You buy a bag. What kind of bag would you like?
Uh,
Backpack, shoulder bag? I'll get my list of bags if you give me a moment. I have a list of. I have this bag shop listed from before.
Oh no. Uh, just like a regular like convention in messenger bag that's just a giant pocket.
This one?
So just a single bag with a flap on top that closes around it. That just sounds like an oversized purse.
Give me a moment. I'm just trying to find the right sheet because I actually have this shop listed. I had to make it a long time ago for somebody for something else. It has all the numbers in it.
Actually, just a regular backpack will be fine.
That just actually no. I remember what I did for the pricing. I just need my player's handbook to get the base number off the backpacks. Not trinkets. Adventuring gear. Here we go. So you prefer a shoulder bag one with pockets in it?
Yeah, shoulder bag with pockets actually.
The one we'll go with 1 gold.
Jeez. Okay.
And
You have 100.
I know.
yes, but 1 gold's quite expensive. These are nice durable bags though.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
And you pick out what like she doesn't have much in the way of like decorations and colors like you would in real life, but like you find one that's like nicely sized for what you plan on using it for. Has a couple of compartments on it and has like a nice pocket on a second pocket on like the outside.
Yep.
Could fit quite a few things in here.
Yep.
Separate them out if needed.
Yep.
She thanks you for the custom and you continue on your search.
Yep. Now I go
Uh,
try to find a magic shop.
do, 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 do. You want to try? Okay. So you head. You start with following like the canals and where the main market is.
Yep.
But there's nothing out there that screams magic shop. You do find a general looking store that seems to have bits and pieces of everything in the windows.
Neat.
It's like it doesn't look like it specializes in anything. If you would like to visit there.
Sure, I'll go visit.
Okay. So you head inside and you find yourself surrounded and well, in what appears to be a rather cluttered shop. Bits and pieces, there's a random backpack on the side that looks like it's got random clothing or something just stuffed into it with a note on the side saying like extra socks, copper a piece. And as you
Goodwill.
as you look around, you get the feeling that quite a lot of this stuff is kind of like the second-hand variety. People like dropped off or made deals with, and they're like reselling it.
need to make an investigation check or something?
Yes. You want to actually search? You're still searching for the bag itself, yes?
Yes, I'm searching for the bag itself or
Right.
something that does it. So I'll literally just find a just find it over the shoulder or bag. See if my arm goes farther than it should without breaking it.
Okay. Roll a investigation as you join the couple of other people in this shop who seem to just be rummaging in piles of things. There's no particular order to this shop, really.
I'm finding fuck all.
You are finding fuck all. You put your hand into one bag that you find, and you're like, oh, maybe this is it. Your hand keeps going, and then when you pick it up, it just turns out there's a hole in the bottom. Not quite what you're looking for.
Okay, yeah, nope, definitely not it. I then just try to find someone that works here.
So you like have a look. It's like you kind of mooch around. You're not having any luck, and you spot a person like sitting at a like what appears to be a counter or a desk or something in the corner. It too is kind of like piled with random stuff.
Neat.
Do you approach them?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Hello, how can I help you?
I was wondering. I'm looking for a specific type of bag. I don't really, where to look. Your store looked a bit unique. Thought might be here.
That is a unique store. I sell everything and anything and everything.
All the time?
Depends what stock we get in, what stock comes out.
Uh, well, I'm looking for Kyan describes the bag
Ah,
or something equivalent that does the job.
well, I do see some magical wares come into my place. Sounds like you're looking for some magical goods, spaces that have more space than they appear,
Yep.
things to hide.
Uh, things to hide, things to just make carrying an entire backpack worth just a lot easier.
Yes, things like that would do. However, I'd have to ask why. Why would you be looking for such a thing?
Mostly convenience. I carry me and my party. We carry around a lot, and specifically, I have a druid friend that just he's trying to find things that aren't that well. He's trying to find plants and such that are helpful to people and not like something that would get us in trouble.
Ah, so you
To,
have a.
to make like healing salves and whatnot, and he ran out of space last time we went out.
So you have a fair few unique friends then.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. Can you make a perception check?
Sure, someone within 10 feet of me trying to do some bullshit.
Hmm.
Fucking rude.
Well, it's like if you like, I can keep an eye out for you, but don't think I've got anything at the moment of that particular nature.
Okay.
So, like, if you do you happen to have a mailing address?
Uh, we're current. We're also currently working on that. Would I have any idea of the nearest mailing address that, like, what was on the paper that Gunthorpe gave to us?
You wouldn't know the answer to like where the mail and stuff would be sent yet until they've actually like registered it. Like it basically had like the address, the paper that Gunthorpe gave them basically is an address that they can use, but it's not
Okay.
necessarily the mailing address.
Okay.
No, my daughter is like he kind of sees he sees you hesitating to respond. It's like, well, if you get yourself a mailing address, I'll gladly let you know if I find something. If you're willing to spend the coin.
Sure. I'll come by again and let you know when I find out what the
Very
mailing
well.
address is.
Look forward to maybe having your custom.
Yep. I shake the person's hand.
They shake your hand in return. They
Eh,
give you a extra squeeze, and they use their other hand. You know when they put the other hand around the shake, it's like two-handed,
yep.
and you head on your way.
Yep.
Feel
Was I
like you've
ro-
made a little progress, but
Was I
unfortunately, no
robbed?
cigars. No. If you check your pockets and stuff, you are not robbed.
Okay. Yeah, other than that, I'll just go find this place, see what they need.
The bakery.
Yeah. Might
Okay.
as well help as much as I can, since I'm not going to make any more progress on this.
Okay. I'm going to head over to the Zoho, Farid, and Otto trio. As you're doing this, they're making the way to the notified location for registering a place to live.
Yep.
And you head up through town. Has Otto been to the cathedral yet? Or did
No,
you
I
go
have not.
somewhere? You went somewhere else, didn't you?
I did, yes.
So this is your first time, this is your first time actually going up to the cathedral as you join the Zoho and Farin. And your only kind of like experience with it is kind of like seeing it from the fairground a bit, or like behind the tents and stuff. But as you approach it, you realize how, to you, it's a little shocking how big this building is.
I was about to say, it
Being
looks bigger than I thought it'd be.
This building towers quite high, to the point where it's the only building that breaks the skyline from the wall on the east side,
Okay.
and it feels even more intimidating as it's actually near the top of this hill that then ends with the walls going around the back.
Mm-hmm.
And you head back into and you head inside, and you guys look for someone who may be able to help you, and you're presented with the it's kind of traditional cathedral shape that everyone kind of expects, apart from there is semi half circle, kind of on the side, with figures representing different gods, the deities, and then it's all as they kind of seem to gain importance to some degree. So in theory, if there was a hierarchy, the least important would be nearest the door, and then at the other end is the most important, and then there's two off to the sides in the offshoots
Mm-hmm.
at each end. There doesn't appear to be any second story to this either. Like, so when you look inside and look up, you can pretty much see where the roof is as well.
Okay. Is
It's
this
nice and open, but
this one of the-
surprisingly large.
is this one of those traditional like stained glass windows cathedrals?
Yes,
Okay.
some of the windows seem to have like stained glass. They don't particularly like show any like imagery like with people or anything,
Okay,
but they're
'cause I
just
w-
all like
Okay.
decorative.
All right, so it's not one of those like each window is one of the patron deities kind of thing.
No, each of the patron deity kind of things have their own like statue and bit in these
Yeah.
alcoves.
Okay.
Yeah, statues.
And then the windows are just like overly decorative to show the grandeur of how the whole thing is basically just made as big as possible just to be like, we are so like
Look
We
at how
are
religious we
grand.
are.
We are grand and
We-
we are push, and we like you all to know that.
we are part of the church. We gained lots of money. We spend it so well.
It reminds me of the Orzhov in Magic.
Oh god. Anyways.
It's not hard to find someone who appears to be like of the clergy or what. That's the word, isn't it? Clergy.
Yep,
The clergy, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That seems to be working around, and they will quite happily like let you know about like for that kind of thing. It's not in the cathedral itself, but it's like in one of the buildings just off to the side if you head back out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Look for one of
Okay.
the other fancy buildings next door.
It's like it's with the clergy, but it's one of the like off structures that are still attached kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not even attached. It is a separate building. It's like they just manage it.
Oh, it's like their office space.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you head in there, and there's it's like it's a bit like going into the DVA.
Okay.
You end up having to queue up because there's like one person at a desk and trying to deal with
Trying to deal with a huge
dozen people at once.
line. Oh gosh.
But you sit there and you wait in line, and then you get to your turn, and it's all like, and you're at the desk, it's like, and you're greeted by another person who's like, okay, how can I help you today?
Well, since this was your mission in the first place, how about you start us off?
I look at Zoho.
Yes. We are here to register our place of residence here in Carnell, and I take out the piece of paper that Gunthorpe gave us and hand it to her. This has all of the details.
Oh, right, so you're a new citizen of the town, looking for a bit more permanent stay.
That is
Seems
correct.
Well, this is come to the right place. We just like to keep track of all those who are currently actually situated in the town and help as best we can. Um, should only take a moment, and we'll get you logged into the books so we know where people can find you and whatnot.
All right. Then.
And she kind of like takes a look at the notes that you give her, and she like starts filling in the form for you, and then she looks up. So, how many of you happen to will be staying in this
5.
abode?
No. That it includes the existing members as well, Josh.
So that would be 7.
Okie dokie. And what would the names of the residents be?
Zoho.
Thorin Ironsbane. Cayenne. Rill. Or Azaril is her full name. This gentleman here, who I will let introduce himself.
Oh, Tom Tangleroot. I go by Otto, though.
And then
The other
Gunthorpe-
two are Gunthorpe and Thoric.
And you happen to be all related, or?
Oh no,
We are a guild of odd jobs.
adventurers. Mostly.
Yes.
Ah, so it's an employment. Okie dokie.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Who happens to be the? Which name
Gunthorpe.
happens to be the? Thank you. We'll make
Yes,
sure that
Gunthorpe
he
is-
pays his taxes for doing business in town.
Zoho glances at Thor and Otto. I hope he. Let's hope Gunthorpe's prepared for that. He whispers.
I'll be right back.
Right, you see him make a note next to like Gunthorpe that they are the like manager.
We
of...
are employed by him.
And what would be the name of the business?
The guild. Spelled with an
well, it's
H.
A guild
You
with
see her. You see her start writing and then go back and correct it just before, like,
It's-
just as she gets
yes,
before she
it
gets
is.
too far.
Yes, it is. An acronym. So just
Gunthorpe's helpful, unique individual lending depot.
yes, that's the one.
She lets a little chuckle at the like how bad at it, like a bad joke, but
Yes.
she just keeps it as the guild spelled with a H. Right, and then she like it's all like hands over. It's like if the ones that are here could sign that next to your names, just so we've got some the signatures to make it so we can keep track.
I pick up a quill, sign my name.
Zoho also picks up a quill, signs his name,
Very well.
and Otto does the same. Because they're on here.
Well, it appears here that you are in the Northwest District. So I believe that if you have any letters or need to contact others outside, or they need to contact you, you're near near the gate on the north side of town. You'll be able to find a building that you could set up mail with if needed. Makes
That'd
it a
be
bit
most
easier to
beneficial.
keep track than just having it sent nilly willy to the taverns and whatnot, like the adventurers and whatnot have to.
Right.
It's a bit
Hmm.
more reliable.
I suppose that will be Otto's job while we deal with other matters.
Right.
But that is, I'll make sure this get recorded in our files.
Mm.
And we hope you enjoy staying here in Carnell.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for your time. That was excellent service.
Thank you.
So make sure to take the return slip of paper Gunthorpe gave them as they head out.
Simple
Oh.
enough, but now you have to pay taxes.
Yes.
Well, I think we're gonna head off to the
Smithy.
yes. As
The
I've never
smithing district.
Yep. And
I
as we
wanted to-
pass there with Danny on our way to meet Danny, I think I know where we're going.
On your way
All
to
right,
meet Danny.
lead the way.
Why are you meeting Danny? What?
No, on our way to meet Danny on the mission, we passed through the smithing.
Yeah,
district.
before we undertook the mission on our way
okay.
to meet Danny.
I thought you meant you wanted to go meet Danny. I was like, Danny's
No.
No.
Thorin knows the way
When we met Danny, I know where to go because of that.
because they walked past it.
Okay, so are you guys splitting up or are you both going? Free going?
Both going.
Both going because Zoho and needs to provide
No.
details for the rapier.
And Sabakaze.
Okie dokie. So, I'm going to pop over to Rill for a moment. So everyone's getting a. So Rill's heading out to find the farms.
To help with the harvest. Yay.
Oh, Herkblah.
Real, are you alive? Yes. Okay, so following the note pinned to the board from the guild, you head out and you start wandering westward through town. And as you, it's a bit of a journey. You gotta go all the way out of town. You kind of like keep going. All it really says is west, and you keep following the road. Like you follow the main road, you head through the gates, and you head over the bridge over the Western River, and just randomly like keep going following the road until you see what appears to be a building off to the side, and not much else but fields all around. This is the cue to decide which way you want to go. How random are we going? Okay, we're going for very random. Okay, I'll simplify this. Can you roll a d8, please? Right, so as you see this building off to the side, surrounded by fields, you notice a dirt track that seems to be leading off into the fields. Kind of double, it seems to like bend around and double back towards town, but you're like, this will do. So you head up the path towards the building and then you follow the track and it seems to be leading into the fields. As you're going along, you can you see people working on the side, just slowly kind of like half just like you see like some people seem to just be gathering wheat and things that seems to have already been cut, and further along in the fields as you go you see like people with scythes like culling it down. And after a short while Kaite runs headlong in front of a horse pulling a cart back down the track. This ends up spooking the horse. And you hear ahead of you a whole bunch of commotion and random swearing from some person. And you can hear a horse kind of like stomping its hooves and freaking out. What would you like to do? Okay, so Rill ignores the horse and the Kaite. The Kaite's just spooked and just kind of like hobbles off to turns around and heads back onto the house, back to the house, and knocks the door. There's a brief moment, and then older lady like opens the door and it's like, she's not that old. Like she's not old as in like grandma old, but like middle-aged old. He's like, "Hello, how can I help?" Oh, you want her help with the harvest? Right. My husband's in charge of managing the folks come to help. He should be down the. He should be at the barn down the track. If you just keep following it to the bit further down, you should easily come to it. If you speak to him, he'll find you something to do. You're welcome. Hope you work hard. And you follow the road down, and you come. Kaite's around somewhere, but you lose track of where she is. She's kind of like in the field or something, but you don't feel like she's gone too far. And you head down the road, and you wander past this guy who seems to be struggling to get a horse to calm down. It's like it's not really going anywhere. It's attached to a cart, but it seems to be kind of seems to be a bit spooked, and he can't get it going the way he wants. And you pass by them, and you head down until you find the barn, and you find I'm assuming this means you want to stop and help with the horse. Okay, so we'll go back a little bit. So at the horse, you see the guy kind of like he he clearly it's kind of clear to you that he doesn't really know too much of what he's doing. Like he's just been told to move stuff from point A to B, and he's struggling. And you kind of like approach the horse, and you kind of like just put your hand on it and like pat it and like draw its attention to you, and it kind of like calms down as it kind of realizes that there's nothing, like as it just kind of like ends up focusing on you for a bit and like seems to calm down. This guy is just kind of like, uh, how, how, how did you do that?
Oh my god.
I see that, but how did you do it? I've been having trouble with this one all day. Spooks at everything. Yes, is it magic? Damn, I was hoping there was some trick that I could have done. Well, thank you. You've saved me for a bit of time. It's not my horse to give. I'm just working for the money. I see. Oh, that will be the farmer. He's back in the barn. But I don't think he'll sell a horse at this point. He needs them. Just keep following the road back that way. And he points to the way he's come from, which is where the lady had told you to follow. Ah. I'll speak to the farmer first. I still got a job to got to finish this job to get my money. And and you head off to the barn, and he's like left a little confused, but he kind of like. You're trying to take the horse with you. It's like as you try to like lead the horse away with you, it's all like the guy is just like holding onto the other end. He's like, "No, I've got to finish the job." Not the. You can't just take a horse. You need to speak to the owner.
Here we go.
This is just funny.
Until she gets thrown in jail.
No. No.
Yeah, I see where this is going.
Yeah, sorry. He'll not understand. Do speak Draconic?
I think we've established.
He's just like confounded with what's going on, and so like just staring at you confused. It's like, horse with me. You speak farmer. That way.
I'm back.
Sure.
Brill is giving a
Brill
farmer
trying to take
a
horse.
really hard time.
Yeah,
Yeah, Brill's-
I apologize. It was a lot of commotion upstairs.
Girl's trying to take a horse.
Oh, jeez.
She is pulling the card we have established.
Yes? Real
No.
bring horse to farmer.
She's
No
pulling
horse.
the
The horse.
I don't speak English. Sorry. Card.
Horse stays. You go.
I ain't touching that. Since last time, he has learned that he is not going to be a master of that house.
But then how will keep horse, if not Joe?
That's not my problem. That's the farmer's problem. And yours.
Wonder how much you guys can hear that. Whoops.
I'm not hearing anything.
I mean me mixing my food.
We'll come back for horse?
Yes, you come back later.
This is so bad.
Hey, it's her character. She'll play it the way she wants to. It's fine.
I know.
Chaotic. Out.
Okay.
Aww.
You leave this
Aw.
guy. You leave this guy completely like befuddled and like
Fuming.
he doesn't really know what to do. He's kind of like angry but confused. He doesn't quite understand what happened. And you head off to you follow the road to the barn. And there you see a man inside, kind of like talking to a group of younguns, giving them instructions.
We'll here help.
There's a brief pause in the conversation, and he kind of like looks over. It's like, another hand? I'll take it. Over here, let's have a look.
Well, 2 hands.
Would I be there with her, or would I
No,
be
she went there when everyone else went.
Okay, so we're working in staggered.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 hands is good, means you can carry more. As you'll be doing a lot of that. As he kind of like looks up and like looks you up and down.
Kayate, 2 paws.
Right. Well, whoever that is, if they come to help, sure. But right now, I think for you, I think the best job.
Oh no.
Drill points up to Raptors.
Oh no.
He briefly looks up,
I
doesn't notice, and like, right.
And then all he sees is like
Kaite
glistening
embers.
eyes.
He does not notice Kaite up in the rafters. He just kind of like glances up, like the interruption of you like pointing up. He just briefly kind of like just pauses what he's doing, looks up, has a glance, and then goes back to what he's doing. It's like, well, if you join these young'uns here, there's a group currently cutting down the wheat field. I need you guys to gather up the wheat after them and bundle it up. I'll show you. Give me a moment. And he pulls out some twine. It's like, and then follow me, and he leads you like just over here, and like a few, just the other, like to the other side of the barn. He starts demonstrating how he wants it like tied up into bundles. And once you've tied it up, throw it in the nearest cart. It's on the field, and I'll have someone collect it once it's full.
Kayate jumps down to Azrael's waiting arms. Diddle.
And as he turns around and looks at the group, he kind of like, there's a brief pause, and then it's like, what the fuck is that?
Kayate is Kayate.
What the
I can
fuck is a
see-
kaite?
Kayate just does a mlem. Blip.
Not dangerous, is it?
Oh no.
Mm.
Hmm. Kind of glad I'm not there.
Well, no understand. Dan jeer us?
Is it dangerous? Does it do bad things to people? And this guy looks spooked. He doesn't have a clue what he's looking at.
Because what he's looking at is a
Yeah, well, nobody
is-
knows what that is.
weird scaly thing in the elf's arms.
He'd be like, yeah, it looks like a lizard, but it's way too big for any lizard I know.
Kayate heard bad
So it's
things.
like the cats. It hunts rats and things.
He said hunt. Well, Hunter too.
Okay, well, I don't need any hunting done. Well, if you can just, for each day, you're able to pile up as much as you can, I'll pay you a silver until the harvest's done.
We'll help wheat.
You have a couple of people there, watching instructions, seem a little worried, but it's like it's like they're just so like, okay, I hope that doesn't fuck up the job. So yeah, I'll just show you one more time, just in case you were distracted, as he kind of like gestures at the others. I want you to gather it up into bundles around this size. Make sure you tie it good with this twine. Pull it in the nearest cart. That's all you gotta do. Come back as many days as you want until the harvest's done, and I'll pay you a silver a day. So if you just want to... They're currently working the field just off the riverbank out that way. If you just head over there, you'll find the group and they'll be able to get you started.
Hotte.
And as you kind of like leave with the small group of people he was chatting to, you just see him sort of like he's just watching what the guy take go, like with fucking panic-struck eyes, like it might do something bad.
Blip.
He kind of like shudders and and you head off to work in the fields. Right.
Oh, I saw the guy in post. I saw the guy in post.
Right, so right, I guess I can loop back around to Cayenne. I think it's safe to leave Rill on the road at this point. She's just got to follow the instructions, and she makes
just
more
taking-
hordes.
She's like a watch pot. The moment you take your eyes off her, shit goes. It's the fan.
No, it's fine. She's had instructions on how to make the horde bigger. It should be okay.
Yeah. She's just taking longer.
Right, so Cayenne, you had left the shop, the like second-hand shop kind of deal.
Yep.
Where was your next plan for the day?
For this day, I guess this.
The bakery.
Because she's practically left everything aside from clothing. Now a backpack, a water skin, and her arcane focus. Yes.
Right, so
Back at the guild.
that's fine.
I forgot to pass
So-
this by you, by the way, but I have a different set of spells when I'm going just through the city. Is that okay? It would be
Pass for now because of the sudden springing of things,
yeah, it
but
just reminded
technically
myself.
you can. Don't worry about it right now.
Yeah,
We'll
I forgot to pass that by you. Sorry. It's just for
Right.
like everyday use kind of thing.
Right, so Cayenne, you kind of like head around town. You ask a couple of people if they know where it is, because you're not sure yourself to where this one's specifically located. And you find like Anna's bakery after speaking to a couple of people, and you head inside, and you see a lady behind a desk, and there's like not a desk, a table, a long table, and situated on the table seems to be like different like baskets filled with different bakery goods. And off on a shelf off to the side, there seems to be a couple of light loaves of bread.
Okay.
Good afternoon. How can I help?
Hi, I saw advert for help.
Finally, I could do with some help. Are you a good cook? Please say you're a good cook.
Yes.
Good, thank you. Thank you. I've been overrun with orders of cakes and pastries ever since the goddamn fair.
Does this
Someone's
usually
been
happen?
giving people freebies. And they've put them all on my bakery.
The fuck? Does this usually happen?
Well, normally when we have the fair for the harvest, it's we do oblige with some goods for people. However, this year it seems someone screwed up and put all the tickets in my name.
Oh no.
I'm not going to say who, but I have a good idea. They're always trying to get me out of business because of the competition. Anywho, job's
Can I
quite
roll-
simple.
Can I roll a history to see if I remember seeing any other bakeries?
Yeah, sure.
Nope.
You remember that you
That one.
You remember a couple of places that were selling baked goods, but you don't remember a specific one in town. You get the idea that there might be some rivalry going on here.
I just quickly look across the street.
There is not another bakery across the street.
Fuck!
Not that easy.
Damn it. Okay. Well, okay. I just listened to what she wants me to do.
Right, so the job's going to entail some early starts.
Okay.
You're a bit late for today,
Yeah.
but every morning we need to be here just as the sun comes up. The sooner the better to get the baking going. I've so far managed to wrangle a good amount of supplies to hopefully keep us going until these tickets hopefully run out or people lose them.
Okay.
I have a notebook out back for the recipes that I use commonly. And as long as you follow them word for word, I don't think we'll have any problems. And then if you don't mind sticking around for a bit later on after we've done the baking to look after the shop, that would be greatly appreciated because I really need to get out for a little bit. Would that be okay with you?
Yeah. Okay, when she's not looking.
Yeah.
Who's the fuck?
Who is the
Oh no, are you thinking of corporate espionage?
No, I'm just finding out a name.
She seems.
And-
Are you trying to go deep?
No, I'm not gonna try to go deep.
So Service Thoughts is a big fat sigh of relief that she might be finally able to escape this hell that she's been in for the past week or so.
And as she's casually think,
And
Dink.
and a name does pop up. Penelope.
Von Schweetz? The monster!
Fuck's sake.
just as that name comes up, I'm just gonna say I'm so sorry that I showed up late. I feel like whoever or put all your all the tickets in your name really shouldn't be doing what they're doing. Does the name come up again?
Well, it's appreciated, and there is some competition in town, but I think this time they've taken it a little too far. Lucky for us, with it being harvest season, we should be able to cover it, as all the goods are quite fresh.
That's good. Did the name pop up in her thoughts?
Again, as she's
Yes.
talking to you.
Yes.
Yeah, you hear it, thoughts-wise, you basically get along the lines, that fucking bitch Penelope and her pies.
Okay. Good to know.
My Miss American
You
Pie.
can probably guess what kind of shop this other person's running.
Yes, it's yes, it's a sweet shop.
I swear, if
Okay,
the
this
shop
is
is
what
actually called Penelope Von Sweets, I'm going to be upset.
You're going to what?
Be upset, I said.
Right.
Upsetting, regretting.
She offers to let you take her notebook with recipes, as long as you promise not to share them with anybody, so that you can like start figuring them out for when you start.
Sure.
And you are effectively now set up with helping the bakery until either you prove yourself to be a bad cook, or you get to the end of this disaster
Oh no.
that they're in.
I hope I have not dug. I really hope I have not dug her own grave.
We'll find out.
I don't know if I want to find out.
I do! This sounds hilarious!
What did Otto want? I'm guessing Otto wasn't going to the blacksmith, correct?
No, I am also doing the farming stuff. That is what I meant by passing by a spell list for you. The major spell that I was going to change out at the very least when I'm in.
All right. Oh no. I don't need to know this at the moment. Yours is going to. Why is it related?
Plant growth.
Oh no. You don't. I get what you're thinking, but they're at the harvest point.
Okay.
It's grown already.
Well, it does say
the job is.
All plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point within range becomes enriched for 1 year. The plants yield twice the normal amount of food when harvested.
Okay, I'll have to look that up.
That's what I mean.
But the general gist of it we can do now. I'll have to look it up and.
Yeah, I'd imagine
so
it wouldn't be an
afterwards.
instantaneous bullshit thing like that. I wanted to leave with that for them, so that their next crop is good.
Okay, I'll sort that out at a point. But so, assuming you're not going to do a reel,
I'm
make your
assuming I'm
way-
probably going to pass her.
no, she's currently in the field. You're the opposite end of town again.
Mm-hmm.
So the cathedral is in the northeast side. All the farms are over outside the west side of town.
I will be stopping by the stable on my way to check to see if any mail arrived.
Stopping by the stable will prove no mail yet.
Okay, and I will let them know that my new address, what my new address is, and in case anything comes in, to forward it that way. I know it's not their job, but I made that mistake.
He looks a bit he looks like he's getting a bit grumpy, but he's happy that you have an address to send it to other than the stable.
Is the herbalist on the way, or is it out of the way? Actually, no, it is on the way because it's the nearest door.
It would.
You said it. Yeah, you said it last time. The nearest door was.
Right,
Well, that is a farm,
hang
maybe not the farm.
Let me just grab. let me just grab my freehand tool. So, random shapes of town. This is not accurate.
Okay.
So, the guild's kind of like situated near the center.
Yeah.
The cathedral's up on the northeast this way.
Yeah, and the herbalist is
The
like
stables, the stables is on this side on the main road, which runs around here,
here. And I'm assuming the entrance for
and the farms are
Oh,
out the city this way.
okay.
So if you wanted to go there, you would have to do an entire loop of town again.
Goodness.
So there is another, like the road that goes out is kind of
I'll do it on my way back, not on the way forwards.
yeah. You see what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
gone
I see what you mean.
north, then you'd have to completely cross and then go down and then.
Yeah, that's understandable. All right, I'll do it on the way back, not the way forwards.
Okie dokie.
But
Just
yeah,
get rid of my scribble.
before you ask if I was planning something bullshit or specifically the harvesting thing, no, the plant growth choice was for my harvest.
Right, so you head off. You head off from the stables. You just follow the main road through to the other side of town and head out. It's like as you head out, you can see like the fields and stuff that are just like along the river side, and you keep heading out until you find the same building Will came across
Okay.
just off the side of the road. And you head out, like, you're a little less random, so you go, probably that building.
Yep.
So you head up to the building and you knock on the door, and you're greeted by this slightly older middle-aged lady, and she kind of like looks. She's a fair bit shorter than you, and she kind of like looks at you and goes, "Guessing you're here to help too."
Oh yes, I have a garden of my own, so I have kind of a green thumb, and I figured I could be of assistance.
Well, my husband is in charge of managing everyone. You'll find him up the trail that way in the barn.
Will do. Thank you for the assistance.
You're welcome. She seems to be quite happy with your politeness compared to some of these people she's been dealing with. And
yeah, I head up.
You follow the track up until you find the barn with the farmer inside. He's on his own this time.
I head in, tap him on the shoulder, and are you are still looking for workers for the harvest, correct?
Shit, I've forgotten the voice I did about 10 minutes ago.
It's fine. I wasn't here for it anyways. It doesn't matter.
Your bog standard gnome.
Not for the farmer. Or does every voice I sound? Because at this rate, every voice is going to sound like the bog standard gnome.
It sounded like a gnome to me. I don't know.
Oh, that was it. It was a bit more shocked, kind of. Right, yes, more help. Oh, big lad, ain't you?
Oh yes, they grow me big.
Indeed. So I think I have just the job for you. Right, if you could grab one of those scythes over there, you know how to use one?
I think I do, yes.
Very good. Right, if you would like to follow the track further down that direction, and he kind of like points down a track that leads off. It's like we're just starting to prep the field, like start the field for tomorrow. This afternoon, seeing as we're ahead of schedule, it's going to be 1 silver a day, and as long as you keep coming back until the harvest is done, I'll quite willingly pay you another silver for each other day.
Alrighty.
If you would kindly just head over there is a group of people that have already started. If you would like to get in line with them and just start cutting.
No problem. Sounds good. Head over, grab the scythe, and head in and start working.
Yep. So you grab one of the scythes from the barn, and you start following the track down until you find the field with the group of people in. And they're quite quick to like. It's quite quick and simple to see what they're doing. They're all like standing in a line, and they kind of like point for you to stand at the other end and work with them.
I'd assume I'd roughly know how to do it since I've been doing herbalism and stuff, right?
Even if you don't, you would be able to figure it out by
It's
copying them.
simple work.
Yeah, scythe is
It's
simple. It's like 2 handles and you swing horizontally.
it's a lot of
Yes.
hard work.
Oh yeah.
A lot of arm strength.
I mean, I've got a lot of arm strength.
Yes, you do.
My strength bonus is +3.
Ouch.
Righty ho. And then we're gonna go over to the blacksmith with Zoho and Otto.
Thorin.
Not
no,
Otto,
Otto,
Thorin.
Just did
Thorin,
for
the
Otto.
dwarf.
It's 1:30 in the morning.
I'm playing double duty. Somehow I've duplicated myself.
Thorin and Zoho.
Yes.
I'm gonna guess you're trying to look for this specific blacksmith.
Yes.
Yes. Forgren.
Right, so you
Yep.
head over to where the blacksmiths are based, just off the canal, and was it northwest? I think it was northwest. And northwest, where the canal actually comes in from the outside. And you find yourselves in the blacksmith's. Can you roll each of you roll an investigation?
Right.
Okay. Investigation.
Give me
14.
Where am I?
You're right here.
Just click on your token.
Under Zoha.
Please don't fail.
23.
Oh,
Okie dokie. Foreign, you being dwarf and naturally attuned to this kind of bullshit of blacksmithing and whatnot,
Being dwarven.
being dwarf and stereotypical.
That's racist! I mean, what?
That's
You find it quite easily, like quickly find yourself like quite happily chatting to the blacksmiths as you like try and hunt this down. And even though there seems to be some friendly rivalry going on amongst like the blacksmiths, where it's like, oh, I'm better at this than him, and so is like
A little bit of
the
ribbing.
very dad. But if you keep
Playful ribbing.
following the canal down there, you'll find Fulgrim's forge quite quick easily, and he should still be there, though it currently isn't at full capacity, like some of them. And I'm just gonna go here because I changed picture up for a bit. And you find it, and you come across a
wow.
what?
Does
It's just
Zoho
a
have-
random picture.
Does
It's
Zoha have to duck
dirty.
under the arch or something?
What was that? Sorry.
Does Zoho have to duck under
Duck
the
into
arch?
the duck into the shop.
No,
Yeah.
it's a normal size shop. It's not a.
The only person
Doors
who's
aren't that short.
yeah, the only person who did
Besides,
that
they
to
like
duck
making
is
bigger
me.
doorways and shit to show off
Mm.
their fanciness if they.
Mm.
But this isn't a dwarf. This is all assumption on your part. Terrible
Oh,
stereotype.
Sorry.
that's racist.
What? I'm sorry.
So
It's fine.
you find Fulgrim's forge, and as you enter, you can hear the tap, tap, tap on the anvil. You find a solo man inside working
Zoho-
away.
Zoho calls out, "Excuse me,
Me.
are you Forgren?"
He doesn't seem to notice you at first, seeing as he's hammering out, and then as he quenches what he's working on, and actually looks up, he'll notice you two like standing in the doorway. Ah, hello.
We're here about the job to help at the forge.
The apprenticeship.
Ah, yes. There was a. Yes, I did ask for an apprentice. Looks like I've got a 2-for-1 deal by the looks of it, if you're both interested.
I bow my head. I possess the skill and the interest, but I'm afraid my friend is here to inquire of the other smiths about some things.
Uh, yes. I wanted to have a rapier constructed from a unique material, shall we say.
Unique material. Well, if it's a metal, I can probably work it.
Zola
Tis-
looks at Thorn. Show him.
Tis not a metal, but rather something that came from a monster we came across. I pull out. Did we decide on a name for this thing?
It's a barb, I think.
The barb.
Is
The
it
barb
It's
made of
currently
chitin.
just called the barb.
Yes.
I pull out the barb and show the Forgrin bleh, name.
From our initial investigation, we figured it could be used to fashion a rapier out of.
Does look like a good, interesting piece, but I wouldn't be able to work this. This seems to be some kind of bone.
Hmm.
I wouldn't risk it myself.
Hmm.
Well, that's because they mainly focus on metals, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Well,
I'm a bit of a general smith. Bit of this, bit of that.
Hmm. Would you happen to know anyone who could fashion bone into a weapon?
Fashion bone. You probably need an actual skilled artisan for something like that. Um,
there must be a dwarf somewhere within the district who is capable of something like that.
in this district, that is a no. Um, the dwarves tend. We here, we get a lot of our things from the dwarves. Comes down the river into the canals, nice and easy. They send us the raw materials, and we fashion the things we need down here. Some there are deliveries that they send where they've made them themselves, but they tend to make in their town up north. Well, I think it's north. That's the way the river goes. I'm not so good with geography.
No, I thank you for the information.
Hmm.
But it's like if you're looking for a, but dwarves definitely good with the forging and the whatnot. I'm pretty good myself, but I don't rate myself that highly.
Hmm.
So unfortunately, I can't help you with that. But you were here for the apprentice role?
I take a bow. Yes.
Well, have you worked in a forge before? I would
I
assume so.
have.
You are a dwarf. You're growing up there, right?
Of course. My father was an inventor among many other things. So did all kinds of work and I learned what I could of the craft from him and wish to still learn more.
Well, the job is currently. It is only a temporary job, and it's just until my regular apprentice heals up. Bit
Was
of
there
an
an accident?
Bit of an accident.
Ah, my
Wouldn't worry about it.
condolences.
Wouldn't worry about it too much. He's not dead. He's just a little injured.
Mm.
Um,
Probably a typical burn or a spill, which is unsurprising in a forge.
yeah, just a little bit of a burn. Did
Mm.
a right. It messed up his hands though, so he's not been able to help out so much. hence
I've done
the
that.
hence the job. But if you're quite happy to keep with some basics with me while we're trying to keep up with the workload at the moment, we're mainly dealing with repairing tools and things sent in by the farmers. It's like keep them going for the need to keep them going for the month. Make sure the horses
Harvest.
are the shoes are done. Yeah, that time of year gets a bit busy, but settles down afterwards. Get a nice bit of break. It's just the consistency we need. I can't keep up on my own.
I may not
nod.
have the expertise, but I wish to help any way I can.
Well, if you both would like to help, I would not be against it. Could bring the workload up. Obviously, I'll be willing to pay you at the end of it, and
I proceed to roll up my sleeves. Show me where to start, master. And
well, eager you are, though. Yep, it's probably in your blood.
Zoho
Well,
retreats his arms into his sleeves and just pushes off his robe gi.
as my father always said, idle hands make mischief, and so he always put me to work right away.
Indeed.
If you are willing to give us the job, I would like to get started right away. And as I said, simply tell us where to start, and I will follow your orders.
well, we've only got half the day left, but I can use it to get you up and running. And he gestures to Zoho. If you could start working the bellows to get the furnace back, keep the furnace up for us, we can get a nice. I reckon we can get quite a few horseshoes done this afternoon, just to start with. Then we'll see
Understood.
what we've got coming in the morning tomorrow.
Understood, master.
And you, dwarf, I think you can do with the hammer. And he points you.
Aye.
Points you over to the his tool rack and that to where he keeps his different hammers and stuff.
I
And you
proceed over
basically,
and I start my work.
yeah, you sell up, and it's like you go about like Zoho keeping an eye, making sure the coals are hot and like keeping up to temp. You rhythmically hammering on the work, and he's there like holding it in position, making twisting it over and whatnot to get the shape and stuff, so you can just focus on the rhythm. And you work for the rest of the afternoon. And this is pretty much where we're going to leave it for today. As this is where we head into the
Time skip.
there'll be a bit of time skippy, whippy stuff and some
There was
stuff.
only one thing I wanted to ask the dwarf. If he knew any of the dwarfs who could look at Sabakaze, who might be able to tell us anything.
He is not a dwarf. He is just a human.
He's a human.
His name's a bit
human.
of a. See,
A
he
misnomer.
understand. He understands, but it was a bit of a deliberate attempt to get some business in when he first started.
Ah.
Well,
I mean, it's good business tactic, to be honest.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, before we finish, I'd like to ask him if he does know anybody.
To kind of like, what did you actually want to do with Sabakaze? Like
Just see if we
appraise it
could
properly, or
Yes.
try and get oh yeah, because you don't have the full information.
Yeah.
No.
Identification. Basically, appraisal.
He will look at it himself to start with, just to get an idea, but he doesn't know it's magical or anything. But he does find it a very fine craftsmanship. If you're looking just for like if you're looking for like appraisal just for like trade, he can recommend a couple of people who might be willing to trade a lot of coin for it. If you're looking for anything of like specific properties wise to how it was made, and that he would again recommend seeking out the dwarves
Hmm.
and their smiths because they tend to do much higher quality in comparison to most people down here, and may have a better understanding of what material it's made of and whatnot.
I don't think Zoho wants to trade the sword, so
No.
Might have to find yourself a master craftsman and out of the dwarves.
Yeah,
Is
Zoho
there-
just says sternly, "The sword is not for sale."
Fine, it's fine. If
uh,
it's not for sale and it's just curiosity, then you have to find yourself someone who knows what it's made out of. It's
is there
it's
any
probably a good guess.
is there any smiths of note that you would recommend?
By name.
By name.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, shit. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
The DM has to make a name.
The
I
DM
can't-
has to
I-
make a character, not
Slap
just
a name to a face.
No,
character.
I don't have to necessarily make a character. It's just my brain's not working enough to do random names fast enough.
I
I'll be
think
sitting here going for like 10
Yeah,
minutes.
Yeah,
So I'll
let's-
get back
yeah,
to you with the actual name.
Yeah, let's stop here.
Alright, time for wrap up. Let's go. Alrighty, folks, that's us for tonight. We'll see you guys again tomorrow night for some more Terraria, where we tackle the Wall of Flesh and maybe some other bosses to start our way into hard mode. In the meantime, we'll see you guys next
very much prepared.
Yeah, in the meantime, we'll see you guys next week on Saturday for some more Final Fantasy XIV, and the next week afterwards for some more D&D. We'll see you guys then.
I come
Woo,
back to the end of
bye.
it.